So you're going to go on to VCDS and go auto scan, and then just press start, and that will scan through every control module on the car. And yeah, we're going to save it then under the registration number, and what we'll do then is we'll get the coding for the new piece, so we can just copy the coding in. It's pretty straightforward. I'll show you now in 2 seconds. There is a quicker way doing it, but this is the best way to save the whole thing in case you have any issues on later on. So once you went through and checked went through all the systems there, you can see the faults then. You can erase the faults if you want in case there's some other codes that might disappear, but we're getting permanent faults in all these ones. So you go down and save it. So it'll ask you for the registration number, and it already populates the mileage in it, so you can save that there. I've already done this, so we're not going to worry about that. And then we're going to go through. You can just scroll down if you'd like here, and you can go through them all, but I'm just going to click on this one. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to close that out. We're going to go to coding, and you want to take a picture of this number here. Sorry, this is specific for your vehicle, so do not copy this one in. Could be different on your car. I'm just going to cancel it there and go back. So if we actually go down to where it is, if you want to make sure, so we'll scroll down. Airbag. So this is what you're looking for. You could also take a picture of this. So steering wheel gives you the part numbers there. So if you look at that, 5KO is the part number for this part here. This is the new part, so it's a little bit difficult to see there. Focus. And the BC at the end. So you can see that here. Sorry, just here you can see the part number, and then this is the coding number, so you could just take a photograph of that or a screenshot of it, and then you'll be sorted then. And then we'll get on to removing the part. So we're going to come in underneath here, and up inside there there's a 25 Thorax. I actually got it with 20, but it is a 25. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pop this cover up. There is a couple of clips there. You can kind of see one on this side here, and that just pops up like this, and there's a couple of little lugs on the back there. They fit into them holes. And then what you're going to do is jump inside the car, and you're going to turn the steering wheel around, and then there's another 20 Thorax in there, or 25 Thorax in there, and then turn it around till you get to this point here, and you can access the screw here, and with that you can pull this down then. So there is a little, you can pop this up. Sorry, this is all over the shop. When you pop it up, there you can see the screw holes here, and then you can just pull this little tab off, and that'll pull down. Kind of have to wiggle it down. You will have to adjust the lever for the up and down of the steering wheel, and then you can take it off, and I'll give you a closer look now in 2 seconds, so you can see the two holes. So just rotate the steering wheel till you have till you can access these two holes, and that's where the other one goes in, and that'll pull down. There's a rubber grommet, it just fell on the ground there 2 seconds ago. Don't lose that. That goes around the steering wheel column, but actually sits inside here. Just fell out there. I'll sort that out when it's gone back together. So with that off, you need to rotate the steering wheel around till you get to about here, and there is, on this one, the holes weren't cut out on it. You can kind of see I had to poke the screwdriver through. So you'll get it to this point here, and you'll push the screwdriver through that little hole there. You can kind of see it there. Push the screwdriver through, and then you want to get the airbag off. So at this point, you'll be rotating the wheel around till you get to here, and you can access it from here, and also disconnect your airbag. I'll leave the car for a few minutes to once the airbag is disconnected. So once the airbag's out, I'll show you how to disconnect it. So you have to pull the tab back on this one, and there's another wire here, I'll show you. So you pull this tab back and then press it down, and the yellow part should just be able to be pulled off. So this is like a locking tab, and then if you, it's a little bit difficult to do with one hand, pull it and press it back like that. And then this one's for the controls on the steering column. It's just a little tab on the back, so that sits in into there. So to get the airbag off, I've done loads of these, and this one was quite difficult. So you can kind of see the holes there it comes through there and over here, but they were blocked over with the material that the back of the wheel is made from, so I had to poke a little hole. It's held on by these 3 little tabs, you know, onto the airbag. So what you're trying to do is, when you put the screwdriver in, you're trying to pry against it like that, and in turn, these are the 3 wire locks. You're pressing this part up. It's a little bit hard to do. Sorry, and you can see the wire moving, so you want to push that in. So basically you're coming in from the back here like this with the screwdriver, but have it more down this direction, and then prying up, and then you should be able to lever the airbag off one side, then turn it around and lever it. I've done loads of these, and this one was extremely hard to get off. I have another video of a rattling one of these type of airbags, but it has a slightly different setup. It's a little bit easier. So if yours is the same steering wheel, slightly different airbag, but you can go check that out as well. Just push both of them out. It took me about 15 minutes to get off. So then we're gonna line the wheels up straight. I'm just gonna lock the steering wheel just so it's not flopping around. We're gonna line the wheels up straight, and we're gonna remove this 12 mil 12 point bolt. There's some Loctite on it, and then inside there's you can just see it here, there is a little mark, and there's a mark on the shaft as well. So once you have this off, so you can remove the steering wheel, you can just see that mark there. So them 2 line up, so make sure the wheels are straight and that's lined up, then you can start removing all your accessories. So this little extra here pulls down, and the tab just pushes in, pulls out. And same with this one. This is the airbag module. There's a little tab on the side, red tab pulls down, and then you press it in. You can kind of see it there. So the red tab pulls down, and then I'm going to remove this. A couple of screws around the edge there. Bear with us there 1 second. So we're going to remove the 3 bolts. You actually get them in the box of the new one, and then we're going to remove these 3 little wires, little block connectors. There could be more on your car if it had other extras. So I'm going to remove them 3. I'll show you now. And the clock spring should be able to be removed. There is a tab on them, so you can kind of just pull them back and then just pry that up. They come out pretty easy, to be honest. And then we're going to fit the new one on. So with the new one, I'm just going to literally put it in place. Don't take this off till the end. Don't start messing around with this, twisting it around. It's counted either way, so just don't play around with it. You can kind of see them clipping on there. A little grab on the back there grabs it and holds it in place, and then replace your 3 screws, and then I'll button this a little bit more back up, and then we'll do the coating on it, and then that should be it. So once you have the 320 Torexes in, and then you can actually clip it in there. So make sure when you push this on that you put the lock in. You can see the red tab on this one, and I'll just push up and that just locks it in. Also make sure the 3 or 4, there could be another one here, are all pushed into place. I'm going to remove this, which just pulls off. It's just a locking key. So as I said, don't spin this around. It can move, but just try not mess around with it. And then what we'll do is we'll pop on our steering wheel. So just make sure that we're all lined up. Sorry, this camera is wild on the focus. So you can see it there, force go there. That's pretty decent. That's to go over 1 mil. Yeah, there we go. That's better. It's hard to see on the camera there, but by the naked eye, it is lined up. And we'll drop a little bit of Loctite on that and torque that into place. I don't know how to talk about that. I'm gonna try to find it out, but tight, but not too tight, because it looks like a beefy bolt, but it's not actually. They're quite soft. The nut tightened up with a bit of Loctite on it. I think it's 50 Newton meters to torque. You're gonna press this home and route this cable around into, make sure it clicks in. Sorry, this phone. And then we're just gonna push the airbag into place. So, and then that should be it. So we still have to put back together the under cowling, which is pretty straightforward. You might have to adjust this, pop it up, or we're gonna do the coding first. And actually, you probably should have left the airbag off before and then did the coding with it plugged in, but probably good procedure to do it with the airbag in place. So this is the current coding. This is the coding we want in the vehicle from the screenshots we took earlier. So we're just gonna go, we type it in there, and then we're just gonna go do it. So it's gonna ask you for some permissions or whatever. Code accepted. Okay. So you should be able to go in and read the full codes now and clear them, hopefully. Yay! So we're a success. So we still have to put our cover back on. So on the start I showed you, you have to turn the steering wheel to the side to get this bolt out, this 25, so I'm just putting it back in. And just watch when you're popping the back end there, that goes into a little key tab at the back and then pushes down. So just make sure this part is nice and flush on both sides, and it's cleaned up there pretty decent. Right, and that's it. Obviously you got to do your test to make sure you'll have to clear all the codes on the vehicle. There will be some airbag ones and stuff like that, so it's pretty straightforward to do. You can do this with other code scanners as well. This is the easiest one I've found to do it on. So let it run through and then just delete all the codes, and then hopefully that's the end of your problems.